Hey guys, it's Comic Central here, and today we're going to be discussing the history of and discussing the character of Ancalagon the Black. Let's get into this. Ancalagon the Black is not known for being in comics and is actually a dragon within Tolkien's universe of Lord of the Rings, or Middle-earth, or whatever you want to call the universe. It technically is called Ea, but we won't get into that now. In saying that, I'm highly likely going to butcher a lot of names and words for the universe in this video. I apologize in advance for that. The universe is still under the wing, excuse the pun, of pop culture or nerd fiction, whichever you want to call it, so it is appropriate to have it featured on this channel. I have done Lord of the Rings and Hobbit videos in the past, and I'll hope to do more in the future. Calling him just a dragon is kind of an understatement though, as Ancalagon was the greatest of all of the winged dragons to ever walk Middle-earth. You see, Ancalagon was bred by none other than Morgoth during the First Age, and is not only the greatest dragon to have ever walked Middle-earth, but also the largest dragon in Middle-earth, even bigger than Smaug. It would also have to be easily taller than a mountain. Now, it is difficult to say when exactly Ancalagon was born during the First Stage, but I can assure you that he was. Just before, I said that Ancalagon was bred by Morgoth. But who is Morgoth? Morgoth is also known as Melkor, and was the first Dark Lord within Middle-earth, and was originally above Sauron, and had arguably bigger negative impacts on Middle-earth than what Sauron did. Now, back to the task at hand. Eärendil, the father to Elrond, and an important figure within Middle-earth, ventured to Valinor to convince the Valar to help overthrow Morgoth's rule of evil and rescue the defeated elves and Edain, a particular group of men. The host of Valinor decided to make a war with Morgoth and destroyed his armies. In a final attempt to regain the upper hand and continue his reign of terror, Morgoth unleashed his greatest weapon, a group of winged fire drakes, led by none other than Ancalagon. Their coming was said to have been joined by a storm of fire and lightning. This helped thin out the numbers of the Valar and were drove back to the gates of Angband. Luckily, Eärendil came from the west in his ship the Vingale, and was joined by the Eagles of Manwë, which were being led by Thorondor, who was commonly referred to as the Eagle Lord. Both the Eagles and Eärendil fought Ancalagon and the other dragons for a whole day, before Eärendil came out on top and killed Ancalagon upon Thangorodrim. When Ancalagon died, he destroyed the volcanic mountains around the battlefield when he fell from the sky. The death of Ancalagon marked the end of Morgoth's resistance, and were defeated, and brought about the end of his reign in power. Ancalagon died in the year of FA 587. If you're wondering how he died, then I can't answer that question. The best thing we have to how he died is from the quote, "Before the rising of the sun, Eärendil slew Ancalagon the Black, the mightiest of the dragon host, and cast him from the sky. And he fell upon the towers of Thangorodrim, and they were broken in his ruin." The quote is from the Silmarillion chapter 24, of the voyage of Eärendil and the War of Wrath. Gandalf mentions him to Frodo as he explains the origin of the One Ring to him in this quote. It has been said that dragonfire could melt and consume the rings of power. There is not any dragon left on earth in which the old fire is hot enough. Nor was there ever any dragon. Not even Ancalagon the Black, who could have harmed the One Ring, the ruling ring, for that was made by Sauron himself. This quote is said in the first part of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Fellowship of the Ring. It is said within Chapter 2, The Shadow of the Past. Now I'm going to say some fun facts about Ancalagon the Black. In Elvish, Ancalagon translates to rushing jaws. The fire that Ancalagon breathed is stated to be hotter than any other dragon's flames, which is actually quite impressive if you think about it. And with that said, it brings us to the end of yet another video. If you did like this video, make sure to hit that like button to let me know. Also, comment any thoughts and opinions you have on this character and/or any future video suggestions that you may have. Also, don't forget to subscribe to keep up to date with new videos coming out every Sunday. And with that said, I'll see you guys next video. Bye.